Mr. T, what are your expectations for this upcoming basketball season?
Oh, great question. I think my biggest expectation is I want the kids to have fun. I want them to enjoy it. That's the point. You get one chance at high school athletics, and I think you should soak it all in and enjoy it. I think my other expectations is we have a group that's going to work hard. We have a lot of chemistry that got built over the last couple of years. We've had great leaders. So I expect the kids this year to step into those roles and step into bigger roles and continue carrying the torch on in leadership of Centerville girls basketball.
All right. What is your favorite sport to play?
My favorite sport to play would be basketball. Probably not a shock to anybody. I would say a very close second to almost tie would be football.
All right. What is your preferred ice cream flavor?
Chocolate mint. Mint chocolate chip. Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mint chocolate chip.
In your opinion, what makes the school environment successful?
Oh, I think there's a lot of things that make a school environment successful. I think it starts with the kids. I think kids being creative like all of you are with this class and doing this interview right now. I think kids buying in and building culture and deciding what they want to get out of school here, I think makes a big difference. I think our teachers is a big part of it. I think that they play probably the biggest role in being with you guys on a daily basis. And I think school climate and culture comes down to all those people being on the same page and having the same goals and vision in mind.
Okay. Are there any memorable moments from your coaching career?
I would say the 2 state tournaments, very memorable. I would say my most memorable moment, probably most proud moment, was after we won the state title and we got back to the hotel and every other team and their fans were there to greet us as we came back in the hotel. And our kids, instead of just making that moment about them, actually invited all the other teams to celebrate, and it turned into basically a big dance party in the hotel lobby. I think at one point the manager had to come shut it down. I think some teams ended up in the pool. I myself did not end up in the pool, but I think the players did. But I guess I'm most proud of that because I think our kids understood that even though they had won the title, all of those kids had earned the right to be there and were a part of that, and they let everybody share in that experience.
Okay. What is your biggest influence on your coaching style?
I think previous coaches that I had, I was very fortunate to play under a gentleman by the name of Pat Cease and a gentleman that's still here by the name of Corey Muller. And I think that those guys have a big influence on who I am as a person and my style of coaching and how I interact with players and kind of my coaching philosophy. I also spent a number of years coaching at Sanford with a guy by the name of Lynn Frederick. And he taught me a lot about coaching. He brought 40 plus years of coaching to the table. And so I spent those 7 years picking his brain to try and become a better coach. So I would say the coaches who have influenced me.
Okie dokie. If you had a theme song that played every time you entered a room, what would it be?
This is the tough one, the theme song question. I'm told there's like a soundtrack of the A-Team that involves Mr. T, the other Mr. T, not the Mr. T, by the way. So I'm going to go A-Team soundtrack.
All right. In your opinion, what is the best part about being the principal?
Interacting with all the kids. My role is very unique because I'm preschool through seniors. And so I think it's a very special role that I actually get to interact with every single student in this building at some point.
Perfect.
Mr. Muller, what are your expectations for the upcoming basketball season?
I think our expectations are high. We got a lot of good pieces back, a lot of guys that can get up and down the court. We got a tough schedule, so wins and losses are going to be battles every night. I think we're going to be in a position by the end of the season to definitely make a strong postseason push and hopefully surprise a few people.
Okay, so what is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is actually football. I am a bit of a Bears fan, as some of you might know. Loved playing it in high school. But when it comes to coaching, I just enjoy the basketball element of it and the opportunity to keep the pace moving and keep a little bit of a tempo, and it just seems to fit my style a little bit better. But I enjoy all sports, really.
And your preferred ice cream flavor?
I am a cookie dough guy, if I have the option.
In your opinion, what makes the school environment successful?
It's always been the kids. I think if you have kids that have a desire to succeed, you're going to have a positive and successful school environment. Um, Teachers are only a small part of that. I do believe that in general, student leadership is certainly the key element to a successful school.
Are there any memorable moments from your coaching career?
Yeah, I've had a lot of years of coaching, so there's definitely several. But making it to the state tournament in 2014 was a pretty special opportunity. The region basketball game was a fun one. We ended up winning by, I believe it was 4 points. And I just remember the bus ride home and the kids chanting state, state, state as we were driving down the road. And it's just something that will always be pretty special as far as the coaching element of it.
Who is your biggest influence on your coaching style?
I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of different people that are really knowledgeable in basketball. There's always the coaches that you don't agree with, and that also helps feed your philosophy. But those that know me, I like to get up and on the court. And so there's the Shaka Smarts of the world. But I'm always looking for new ideas and different elements to add to our game and try to create a really fast and fun-paced basketball program.
Okay, now if you had a theme song that played every time you entered the room, what would it be?
That's a tough question. You got to go back to a Thunderstruck, just the intensity and the build up to it and just kind of the fun enthusiasm that it creates is always a favorite of mine. Welcome to the Jungle, I think would be a second if I could. Just the energy that it kind of kicks off and gets an arena filled up. And so those are some fun ones. I'm a country guy, so if I had a country song that probably fits the tune, it might be Friends in Low Places, because I got some guys in my corner that are pretty fun, but we have that good energy and definitely help build each other up.
Okay, so lastly, would you say that it is easier to dunk without your hair?
The wind resistance should be an asset to me, but realistically, gravity always wins. And so kind of like how my hair is no longer there, neither is my jumping ability. So there's no dunking in this guy.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.